Henda, you're now entering a space for Black history. Welcome to Black excellence. Do not fear, for if you do, just sip on some grandeur.
We got 107 views! Okay, welcome to episode of the podcast and chill. We are back.
Is it like a standard for you to greet it?
We got a special announcement to make today, 7th of November, 2020. Give it up for the one and only Sol Penuka. So the next milestone, Sol, are you ready for this? We're trying to fill up SUNBET Arena in Pretoria for our 1 million subscribers event. 1 million! 1 million! Hey, but I'm scared about this one, Sol.
I'm not going to say Hinda because that's for the other show. Yeah. Anyway, greetings everybody. Welcome to Offside ZA. My name is moleko and I'm chilling with Super Sub.
Yeah, man.
As always. Yeah. And today we've got a very special guest. JD. Did you ever have a nickname?
No. It's just my initials. Yeah,
Actually.
I think my name is nice. My name is nice. You can't like change it. JD, IJOSTA. I think as it is, it sounds like a name. So, like a nickname as it is.
But now BT Kanaking, like you know these weird nicknames, Boma Manyonyo,
no.
For shows,
you know. Come to think about it, you guys like for the longest of times, I'm Peter JD. You know, that's J. True. When you call me J,
yes,
right? Most people they call me JD, Papa, IJOSTA. So I got a nice name. You gotta recognize, brother.
For sure.
Mare, like, what comes into actually, like, how does one get a nickname, or what gets to actually getting a nickname?
So what happens is, I think at the time when I was chase and there's a song Itume. You know, like Bopinda Mzala, no, a number in Opula, period and whatever. Remember? Yeah. And like, you know, Putikitiki, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Tiki. Oh, yeah.
So, Toluna Wachisa Kanako, a number Kanako Luna Chisa. So, basically, it's like, I mean, the fans, in fact, they always come up with names like that. If they love you and you're doing the job and they love what you do in the field, they're always going to give you that. That's cred. That's like street cred at the end of the day.
We must find them a piano person to do IJOSTA.
It's too late. Bafana Bafana piano I'm frustrated right now. I'm frustrated. But IJOSTA came on. I know. It's too late now. Way back in the days, yes sir. Yeah.
But otherwise, thank you for joining us, man. Straight to it. We were actually talking earlier on. As we speak now, Chiefs is not. Yes, I'm wearing the jersey. I know. And I did say, I don't support any team. Me.
The Arsenal Arsenal jersey, ne? You must stop wearing these jerseys. Think about it. Every time you wear your Arsenal jersey, your Arsenal So when the day after,
onto something.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
You line them up. I think there were like 6 jerseys.
Yes.
Which one do I choose now?
Yeah.
You remember?
No, I've got 10 actually.
No, you lined up about 6 that day.
Yeah. And that day about gas 6 you know. So I mean, you must stop wearing these jerseys before the game. So understand the day after.
So Mare, do they still have a chance to win the league though?
Chiefs?
No.
Okay. Arsenal.
Why you beat that person? Why you beat that person?
No, but you didn't specify.
Which one are you talking about? You talking about Chiefs or Arsenal?
Chiefs has no chance of winning the league.
Fine. Okay. Arsenal and guy. I mean, they had a great chance, dog. I mean, I think they were flying like from season it home. Like, you know, these guys were just like dope. I love watching Arsenal, but I don't know just what happened, you know, like, you know, towards the end. But we all know Manchester City, they just like, you know, good finishes, you know, but there's still a chance. I mean, there's still a few games left. How many games? Like, what is
there's
it?
About
six games. Yeah. I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen.
And in the Premier League, what's it about it? Like, you know, these teams, like, there's no guarantee win. I understand. But I think Bonadi just have to take it a day, a game at a time. Against Manchester City, they never showed up. Against Manchester City, I could see how most of the boys were nervous.
Yeah,
they were nervous. They didn't play that game. Gave it to Man City because Man City didn't let them play from the scratch.
Yeah.
From like the first whistle, Man City never shaka high press. They didn't want them to play, but Arsenal still wanted to play their own game. You don't do that. You see that about set the trap. What you do, Dladla want root football out here. You know what I mean? But they tried to play, and that's what Man City was waiting for. They just wanted to. They were waiting for that one mistake and Baba punish early. By doing so, getting the 2 goals or the 1 goal, that early goal, messed up like the Arsenal's kind of like minds from the get go.
So mentality wise, Arsenal like Bafana. If we be honest,
no, for sure.
Right. I think we said in the last episode, like if you look at the whole squad, none of those players have actually been in a title race.
Yeah.
Is that what's killing them, or because they've been doing well this entire time? So it's the last 6, 7, 8 games of the season, and now everything is coming. Yes.
Yeah. So what happens is we all want to be at the top, right? All of us want to be at the top, which is hard work to get there. But staying there, it's even worse. And like if you don't have the mentality to basically maintain that position, because everybody wants to take you down. Only number one, everybody wants to beat you. But I think you saying, in the future, if they don't win it now, they can still win it in the future.
You reckon?
Yes.
That's what I actually said the previous
This is
it's
a young squad. Like last season, they didn't do that bad. This season, they're doing better. I want them to, after what they've done, Arteta has done a really good job with the team. And for me, it would have been really good to see Arsenal winning. Just losing it now, Jack, after working so hard the whole season. For me, that would be, I can feel Arsenal. But I've been a footballer. I've been a person that's been in sports for such a long time, and you put in so much work and you lose it at the end. It always kills you. You know what I mean? But they playing against they basically are fighting for the league with one of the teams that has done it before. Great finishers.
They've
got it many times. Come on, I would say about City.
City is going for a 3-peat, ne? 3 titles in a row.
Yeah. They've got a beast now. The last time they didn't win it because they didn't have Haaland. Haaland is there, and now they played well, but they never had anybody scoring the goals for them. Now they got the guy that's doing that for them. When they start playing, I'm fit to I was just watching a City playing. Even if you close them down, they just come out of that high pressure. I don't care how you press them, but they always coming out hard. But they don't let you play. And the coach has done tremendous job with those players.
And Haaland towards the end of the season now, he's starting to play more beautifully. You can see he's enjoying Pep's philosophy more now. I think now he gets how City plays more. You know what I mean? In the beginning, it was a bit shaky, though he was scoring, but you will find him out of place in most of the games. But now, geez, man, he's just doing very, very well.
The funny thing about it is, when the Arsenal Man City game played, there was more reaction from Pep, than Arteta was emotionless. He was just standing there.
They were scared. They seem from the coach, from the bench. No one the coach was just scared.
He was just standing there, and Arteta is a very animated person. That game, he was just here. Pep was sitting down, moving around but no movement from Arteta.
Yeah, it was for City. It was a turning point. They needed to beat Arsenal to get the league back into their own hands. And for Arteta, I think he was also scared. Like I said, the manager is inexperienced, the players were inexperienced, and I think it was just too much of a bigger stage for Arteta as well in that game. I don't think Arsenal showed up from the back room to the players. They did not show up in that game. It was just too much of a bigger stage.
Because when you look at it, when the game started, I could see already these guys were just pressing the back four, Arsenal. As a coach already, even if you have a game plan, these guys are gonna press us, go deep. Okay, let's let's play the ball scopely, understand that? And from there we can attack from there. Because this is the Barcelona way. The Barcelona way, those guys they hunt in packs, You can beat the first guy, the second guy, the third guy, they're gonna win the ball. But once they win that ball, the transition from that defense to scoring that goal is quick. This is typical Pep's, like, game plan.
Yeah.
So sometimes we can plan so no, we're gonna get messed up here. And I think this is where Arteta failed. He still said we're losing, but we keep it our own way. No, sometimes you change it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When the plan doesn't work, you change, you come up with another plan. That's why you always have to have 2 or 3 plans when you go to the game, because if the first one doesn't work, okay, guys, let's change it to 3-5-2. Okay, now 3-5-2 is not working, let's go to 4-4-2. And you've got the artillery for that. But I didn't see that happening from Arteta.
Which is I remember before the match, I was actually thinking, okay, cool. Don't play Zinchenko, because Akiri, he's a inverted left back / midfielder.
Yeah.
But play Tini, put Ben White in the midfield. In the centre back, Ben White and Gabriel centre back, because Saliba is not available. And then use Partey as your inverter.
Yeah.
Inverter right back / midfield. And then start with Jorginho, because when Jorginho came in,
He stabilized the team.
yes.
Because he is going to create those chances. He's a player that when he's got the ball, something's about to happen. But he came in late.
He came in too late, you're right.
He
Yes.
came in too late. But so when you look at it, for me, I think the 2 centre backs, they had a terrible game.
Yeah.
Most of the decisions that they made, when they had to defend, you could see there was a lot of mistakes at the back, and you don't make
The
mistakes.
first
like
goal,
that.
they were tricky. They did not go for Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
They were tracking back. And then Wamonteba Kevin, if you give him space,
Umisa ko right in your high. That's his
Exactly.
strongest foot. So that's where the defender, when you look at it, the defender was kind of delay a bit, right? But delay, because you could see you had center midfielders that were trying to get back. So what you do as a defender, you delay your tackle, waiting for support. But then how he delayed, he went more to the right and opened the left hand side.
Exactly.
And you're playing against it, a player that can basically take out that pass, but he can take out the pass going the side thing. If you go to the side, you still have to put in a cross. I'd rather have that. I've never been a defender, but I've always had the coaches say, if the guy comes with the ball straight towards you, push him outside, because he still has a lot of work to do when it's outside.
Yeah.
But when you let him go central, it's more dangerous. And I think I saw 2 goals that were conceded by Arsenal. I think it was just bad decisions at the back.
Worst position you played? I can't remember. You've never been a defender.
I've never been a defender, but I think if I had to play as a defender, I would play as a right back. Well, I used to play right winger, but I played how Pep wants his wingers to play.
Yeah.
Going up and down. So I left South Africa playing like one of those old number 7, sitting there on the side, waiting for people to pass me. And then I played 2 games and I played well. Every time I got the ball, I played. But when I didn't have the ball, I didn't give the team nothing. So that means my defensive game was not there. So then what happened was the players complained and said, this guy, when he's got the ball, he plays, but he doesn't help us defend. So I didn't understand it. And the coach called me and said, the players, they don't want you to play no more. And I said, why? Because I thought I was doing great. And he said, but they're saying that you're selfish. You only show up when you have the ball. But without the ball, you don't help them out. So they don't want you to play anymore. So you have to change your game. So I'm okay, how do I change my game? I never thought I was a defender. There's defenders and the strikers, there's midfielders. So what do you want me to do? So then they taught me how to kind of play, how the fullbacks are playing right now.
Oh, yes.
Right? So I could basically hit a cross and I knew come back and defend at the same time.
Yeah.
So I could play the whole line, the whole game. So I had to adapt to playing like that just to be part of the team. But when you look at it, this is how Grealish is playing as well now. When he first went to CD, he was playing as an old 8 or as an old 11. But now when you watched him against Arsenal, you could see him. There was a time where he chased somebody.
Hey, he was Saka. I think there's a tackle that he did.
Thank you. Do you know what I mean?
Actually, now that you mention
Yes.
Grealish has become a different player.
Yes.
No, he has been, He's
So
been
that's
putting in
proper.
work,
That's proper wing play. As much as you are taking, you have to understand that you have to help your left back. As a left winger, help your left back. You have to help your center midfielder. So what happens if you play as a left winger, if the ball goes to the right, obviously the center midfielders are going to shift. So when now on the left hand side, you have to go inside as a center midfielder. So you have to know how to play as a center midfielder, because the center midfielder, if he shifts and goes as a number 10 or as a 7, you can play as a center midfielder. Vice versa, if the left back goes in front of you, you have to learn how to play as a left back. Vice versa. So you need to know how to play left back, right wing, center midfielder. So those are the things that I was taught when I was overseas. So when I came back, it was too easy for me because because I train hard. Playing in that position, you just because you run the whole day. You basically have to run about 13Ks, 12Ks a game.
Yo.
If you didn't do well, you're looking at about 9, 8Ks a game and per 90 minutes.
Just said. No, it's fine, and I'll stick to 5-a-side. It's okay.
Yeah.
That one I know. That's my Sundowns.
Yeah.
They playing Wydad, ne, in the semis.
Yeah, they're playing Wydad.
Wydad is not a very easy team to beat.
And I think Wydad is the one that knocked them out.
They knocked them out in the quarterfinal.
The previous
time,
quarters.
yeah.
Because I think the previous 3 they were knocked out in quarters.
Quarters, yeah.
Because if you look at it, ne, holistically, we've got Nto. There's now the under-17 AFCON that's happening.
Yeah, the
Morocco beat us 2-0
last night. Yeah.
Yes, on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Sundowns is gonna play against a Moroccan team.
There's a rivalry. I mean, this North African teams. It's North, right?
Yeah,
It's
North, yeah.
North South.
Yeah,
We
North,
spoke about it
yeah,
last
it's
week.
North, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they say they're the best in Africa. I mean, they play European football, all this and that.
Morocco finished in the semis. Of,
They pride themselves.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
most of their
definitely.
players play, they play in Europe. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they're not like easier sides to play against because, I mean, technically they're the best, to be honest with you. If Batolo Latli about shy. Playing their home stadiums is also hostile. They make it difficult for you. Okay, they won't hire you like, a messed up bus or like,
We're actually talking about it last week. Yeah. They're pro football. They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're not going to, like, udlala ko Joburg, taxi.
Just get there 5 hours.
So that's different. Like those type of things.
No, they'll treat you well.
They'll treat you well.
Yes.
That's
unlike
mostly in
place
West
like
Africa.
Congo. West Africa is totally different. That's how it is.
Maraukenako Stadium.
It's a
Different story.
Hostile. So they make it difficult for you. And those guys, like, they big. They're bigger than us normally. And technically, I think we've changed. We've caught up. We've seen Sundowns now beating these teams even better, which is I loved. Because before us going out there, like, we used to struggle a lot. Intimidated, and I think that's how they actually beat us. And what Sundowns has done, and what the coaches at Sundowns has done for Sundowns, not only for Sundowns, it also makes it better for like South Africa as a whole.
Yeah.
Because if we do well in like these international competitions, South Africa will also do well. Maybe one day we'll end up being at the World Cup, qualifying for the World Cup.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think. I always give props to Sundowns because like what they do now, Pirates is to come up as well. Chiefs has to come up as well, and we see Gallants as well doing well.
Hey, Gallants,
they're punching above the weight, They're really doing well.
Yeah. And I wish they can just take that performance that they basically have in Champions League, because the football that they play, dog, like it's just crazy.
So I was looking at their running. Sorry. Super sub. I was looking at their running. They're gonna play Maritzburg.
Gallants.
Yeah, Gallants. They're gonna play Maritzburg, and Maritzburg wabona like Shubi leader.
Yeah, I think
they're gonna go down.
I think we can sing.
Those guys are not surviving. Dog.
I think we can sing a Magugu there.
Yeah, no.
We can sing a Magugu for Maritzburg.
But like
and
when you look
at Sundowns also.
But when you look at it, the last bottom 6 clubs, anybody can get relegated.
Yeah, the margins are very low there.
But it depends who you're playing against.
It doesn't matter. Like Wetsala no leader in now. I don't know when this podcast is going to be coming out, but now you look at Swallows, leader Chiefs. You understand? So like now, no results are guaranteed. It doesn't matter where you are because
Swallows are fighting relegation as well.
You know what I mean? So the last 5 teams or 6 teams can still get relegated. If you win 2 games, I mean, if Maritzburg can win like the next game, it changes everything. They just need to win 2 games. And now the teams that are on top
It's
of them,
kinda
they can
cheap,
end up-
ne?
yeah, cheap
The
as well
cheap
is
still
there.
And they're used to that.
Yeah.
Cheaper, they're used to being there. So
Hey, we seen that happen in Cabo Black Leopards.
Black
Look at
Leopards
where
is gone.
Black
They're
Leopards
gone.
gone.
They're gone.
Yeah,
How
you can
sad it
survive only for so long, but you can't
survive.
always.
You can't always be
No,
surviving,
no,
you know.
no, you can't.
And that's what I was about to say, that teams like Black Leopard. I mean, at some point, I think the hierarchy of Black Leopard should have said, you know what?
Literally,
Job- it's down
struggling,
there.
It's down there.
At what point, Jay? Because I mean, obviously, you've been in the trenches. You know football. You played.
Yo,
Trenches.
nah, Antoine, okay,
Yeah. So at what point, as the owner of a football club, do you say, you know what, I've given it all and passed it on to other people to try and maybe revive the team? Because I think Black Leopard failed to revive their team, and they've just been trying, going up, staying in the PSL for like 2 seasons, and then go down. I mean, at no point Leopard survived PSL for 3 seasons. At no point in the history of Black Leopards. So I mean, at what point do you say, you know what, I've given it all? Can somebody
let
at
me-
least take over?
Let me tell you this. I mean, computer every few months you need to like upgrade the system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, now
Even iPhones have got an update every
update
2 months.
every time, right?
Yes.
So you can't run the team as like Jomosono, how you was running the team back in the days. You can't be running it the same way 20 years ago like you're running it today.
Driver bus, dog.
That's what things. I don't know how true that is. You know what I mean? So Black Leopards as well. If Tate TDL was running the team and whatever, probably like his mechanism worked back in the days. But did he try and upgrade? Did he try and learn from other teams what they're doing?
Yeah.
I don't think so. You know what I mean? So you always have to learn new things and try and adapt.
Reinvent all the time.
Yeah.
On that note, has a Chiefs reinvented themselves? Has a Pirates reinvented themselves? Because I can say Sundowns has reinvented.
So, but who's running Sundowns? So that's a young man, right? That's Mr. Motsipe's son, right? And
We
then
don't-
who's running Kaizer Chiefs?
We don't know.
No, it is. It is that boy. It's the man. Obviously, probably the old man is there
Yes.
advising him and whatever. But he's the face. He's probably making a whole lot of decisions, right?
Yeah, he's in
But
charge, yeah.
He's in charge. And what it is, probably this, you are going to have like advisors. You know what I mean? I might not have the skill, but if I put the right people around me,
Aha, that's key.
yeah, that's key, right? And then obviously when you look at Kaizer Chiefs, obviously I think the chairman is also sitting down. He's giving it to the youngies, like Muchisika, and you have like Junior also,
Junior
who's part of the
and
team,
Bobs.
and then Bobby has always been there. Bobby has
Yeah.
always like been there, but now the kids are taking over. You know what I mean? But are the kids willing to put the people? The solid people around them to listen to them and take those advices. Obviously, at the end of the day, they're gonna make the final
Decisions,
right? So hopefully that's what is happening. Vice versa, Pirates is the same thing. The youngies have come up as well.
Yeah.
They're running the team, so they have to do the same thing. You know, you have to learn. If I'm Chiefs, Pirates, or Cheaper,
Yeah.
and whatever. I mean, what Cheaper is doing. There's a lot of things, changing coaches 50 times
Yeah, I
and
know.
whatever. That doesn't work.
And
It
they
has worked
survive.
before. It might kill them. But I think, they have to learn and try and find out what Sundowns is doing.
The chairman's son, Yako Chipa, is also
Is involved in soccer.
he's
In the team. Yeah.
He's somewhere in the team.
Yeah. Because that's how it is. At the end of the day, our parents, they can only give us the foundation, but
Yeah,
they're not
no,
going to be
true.
there forever. You know what I mean? So we need to learn to let go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to catch you that. So that obviously, the world will keep on going. You know what I mean? We went there. Both doctors were there before us. They carried the flag, and after a certain point, they put it there. We came in Rona, Libo Shaba, Libo Yeye. We took the flag, the flag, and carried it to the next step. And now it's the next generation that has to carry that flag and take it somewhere else. If they want to be amongst the players that are going to be in the history books, it's all about their performance and their commitment to the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they can only get the platform. But now their talent has to work for them now. You know what I mean? That's all I can say.
Is Diski King Karuna Lebo family business in Yana so? Because Amazulu, it's a family thing.
Yeah. It's a
Chiefs,
Zoomus, it's a Zoomus.
family thing.
Yeah.
Pirates, family thing.
Yeah.
Sundowns, family thing. Okay, Supersport is not family because
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't know.
Black
You know,
Leopards
probably
family
Black
thing.
Yeah. But when you look, it happens all over the world. When you look at it, I mean,
Even-
Chelsea was owned by that Russian guy. That he had to let go.
Roman
because of-
Abramovich,
Yeah.
yeah.
So most teams are owned by. It's only a few that are owned by certain businesses and whatever. But when you look at it, there's a certain family that owns probably the main share of the company, right? And there might be other shareholders.
Glazers.
probably. Yeah, that's how it is.
Glazers. Even
Yeah,
Arsenal,
yeah.
the owner of Arsenal, the son, is actually the chairman. He's like the boss of the bosses.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, where we are right now, probably somebody's financing this. Some families financing this chair that we're sitting on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But I think for me, it's understanding that as an owner, understanding the main shareholders of those teams. The main shareholders are the fans.
The supporters.
And are the supporters. Once you understand that, without the fans, right, you are nothing. Then you on the right platform, and understanding that the players also, you need them because that's the engine of the team. The fans come to watch the players, and you doing things that we don't understand when it comes to marketing. The people that are sitting in the office as well, playing a big role in terms of making sure that the flights are proper when you're traveling, the hotels are proper and whatever. We getting the jerseys that we wearing, the sponsorships and all those type of things. Everything works hand in hand. But if you think that you want to do something alone, then I think you're gonna fail for sure.
Braje.
Leave Braje alone.
No, I'm saying Braje. No, I'm addressing JOSTA.
Oh,
okay,
okay,
okay.
Braje. No.
Yeah.
No, not the other Braje. No.
Yeah.
I'm not there. Mare, Cape Town Spurs, Kasrik, Polokwane City.
All drop points.
Yo, I know
Yeah, I know it's hectic.
But I'm glad that what is it? We're talking second division, right?
Yeah, second division. Yeah.
So Cape Town what is it?
Cape Town Spurs.
Cape Town Spurs is back, guys.
Yeah.
And we want to see all those old teams coming back. I mean,
You know what's said, ne?
Yeah.
I remember when Golden Arrows, I think it was 2015, Sean Bartlett was the coach, and they were playing in the Motsepe Foundation Championship.
Yeah.
It was called, whatever it was called at the time. He brought them up
Yeah.
to the DStv Premiership.
Yeah.
And then he got sacked.
that's how it is, dog. That's how it is.
Yeah, I know, man.
Football is like that.
We've seen that happening a lot of times.
So that movie looks like it's playing itself again.
So what
I
you say?
hope
Don't be
not,
jinxing him. Why you? Don't be jinxing him.
No.
Maybe he might be stay. But the thing is, at a higher level, if the results are not coming in, and obviously they're gonna lose a lot of money. Now, if you sitting here,
No, they're gonna get a lot of money.
they're gonna get a lot of money, right? No. If you losing, and then you get relegated, you're gonna lose a lot of money.
True.
Right? If you keep on winning, you are secured. You're gonna bring in more money into the company. But if you sitting there as a host right now, and the numbers are not right, and for somebody that's sitting at the back office and see that they're always gonna get somebody else.
Yeah.
So just win, do your job, pick the right team. Hopefully the team is supporting you and giving you the money to get the right tools so that you can do your job, so that when you fail, understand? So if you don't do well, dog, they're always gonna get somebody else.
No, that's it. You have to deliver.
You have to deliver, bro.
But at some point, I'm always of the notion, shame, being a coach of a club is the most difficult job under the sun. Because because at some point, we were speaking about the Chelsea situation the other day.
Yeah.
Hore, at some point, one-on-one. I mean, you even saw with Man United.
Guys, but those boys are unlucky, dog. Yo, nothing works.
As a coach, should I now go in and score the goals myself?
You can't, but you're gonna take the blame, unfortunately.
There's only one coach and how many players? Exactly.
That's how it is. If we go in there, let's say 50. Like the coach or guided the blueprint, right? You got top players on the field, and on the day we're just having a bad day. What do you do as a coach? You have to take the blame because you chose that team.
Like Haaland, ne?
Yeah.
Haaland should have scored a hat trick, if not 4 goals against Arsenal.
Yeah. That's how it is. It is what it is. When as a coach, you just wish that you Mourinho has never played football in his life and whatever. There was a time when he was winning everything and his blueprint was working everywhere he went to. And there was a time the last 6 years before he got to Roma. He was just losing everything. Everything that he touched was never good enough
work
for him. You know what I mean? And suddenly people are like, no, he's done. He goes to Italy, gets Roma that was nowhere for a long time. What is he doing? You know what I mean? So I think for me, it's all about the touch that you have. I think the energy that you have. If the players are willing to fight for you, if you choose the right tools and the right players, because it's you've got like 30 players. At the end of the day, you need the first 11 that's going to win you those games.
And coming to Mourinho, I think his philosophy of football just fits so well in Italy, because you know how Italian football is like. It's defensive. You know what I mean? It's defensive.
No,
football.
his biggest success for me came in Italy.
That's what I'm saying. I think he fits well in Italian football.
Because remember when he was coach of Inter and he won the Champions League? Remember he beat Barcelona and Bayern too.
That's what it is.
That's more
Roma,
for you.
Yeah, Roma is looking really
In
great.
peak. And now he has revived Roma, actually.
That's how it is. So unfortunately, as a coach, you gotta. I mean, you've seen in South Africa. I mean, probably the money that they get in South Africa is not close to what they're getting in Europe. You know.
Yeah.
That's why Pizzo left.
I mean,
It's getting Arab money.
It's getting Arab money. You can't say much.
you can't
Did he
touch
get promoted?
Pizzo now.
Like apparently, like he was. I think did he get promoted or what?
I think he is going to be promoted.
I think if he
Yeah.
wins this next game,
You know?
he's promoted.
He's up.
Yeah,
he's
I
going to
mean-
play against Ronaldo, Chief.
He has found a formula and it's working for him, actually. Eh?
Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. So he had to pave his way up. He started from nothing, like he had to, to where he is. He can sit out and say, "I'm the best."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before he couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like he had to work hard to be where he is. So now, if you want him, you have to pay for him.
Definitely.
He was fired as Bafana coach.
Exactly.
Yeah, another topic for another day.
We'll get there one day.
One day we'll
get
get there,
One
because
day
I
we'll
still
get
So as
think.
coaches, guys, I don't think.
And remember, he beat Egypt in Ellis Park. You remember? Pizza.
I'd rather be an assistant. Assistant did not survive.
Until the coach gets fired
Yeah.
and you have to step up.
No, me and you. Let me let the team hire me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go with the coach, because if the coach goes, I have to go with the coach, right?
Yeah.
But just being a coach it must be the hardest thing to do.
Nah,
just,
I can
just
imagine.
selecting, cutting out people. Think about it, like cutting out and choosing the players that are gonna play, and there's players that are sitting out that don't like to sit out.
And you
know what
still
I mean?
have to motivate those ones that
That
are
are sitting
sitting
out.
out.
You know what I mean?
To say, they're part of the team. Yeah.
It should be the hardest job that you got to do out there.
So the easiest job now that you have is being Mangoba Mniti.
Hey, man. There could be reshuffling. You never know. Hey. What happens? Okay. Can I ask you a question? No, for sure.
Yeah.
But what happens if Rulani gets knocked out of Champions
the
League?
whole thing changes. The whole thing changes.
Because he has delivered the league, which
Yeah.
was not a problem
Yeah.
prior.
Yeah.
And I think he has to deliver the Champions League.
And then the league, it was all about the record that they set. It's set in keep so remember,
71 points, yeah.
71 points. They won like 26, 27, unbeaten in 26 games. And now it's 4 games before. That's a record that he was aiming for.
Yeah.
So obviously, he didn't beat Peter's record.
Yeah.
Right? So like now, another Peter's record is what? Winning the
Champions League.
Right? And that's their mandate. I mean, he was told, like, that's what they want.
Yeah.
I mean, PSL is nothing. Really, to be honest, like
Obvious.
For sure. I mean, they've done it,
place and whatever. But Bona, they want to be the best in Africa.
But I think before you go on, Len, just for Jay, I think when Sundowns goes to play Wydad, they're current champions, and
Champions, yeah.
they've done it. I think they've won it. 4 times.
Yeah.
And Sundowns are currently doing well. I think it's going to be a mental game. I mean, as a coach, what do you tell your players going into a fixture like this? Because I think the mental fitness will come to play in that fixture.
What did you tell them?
You don't say much. You can't say. It's like unke. Let's say Elephant FC against Pirates. These players, like Elephant FC, they are unknown.
Yeah.
They're already motivated, but they're playing against Pirates.
Yeah.
They want to go out there and play because they want to be part of it. They want to
Well,
show
we saw what
Pirates.
Dondol did.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But all you have to do is understanding your opponents better.
Yeah.
What they are like, killer instincts are, what like why they're dangerous.
Yeah.
So understand that, okay, this is their main threat that we might be getting from them. You know, if you understand your opponent better, knowing that's if he hits me with the right hand, that's a powerful one. Like that's what we have to block. And then obviously executing your game even better, then you can win that. I think just playing your game, and understanding what they can do to you. You know what I mean? You can never go there blindly and thinking that, no, things are going to happen. out there.
So do you think Sundowns, because if you're watching them in the league now, they look very underwhelming because they've won the league already. Is it a case where they've channeled their mentality go cave, and like the league is like, okay, cool, let's just honor our fixtures?
Yeah, but they still wanted, like I said, there was a record that they were aiming for before they lose the game the first game of the season, they lose it. But Bona, I think just winning the league early, you could see what after winning the league they started dropping it.
Yeah.
So that's a risk part of the game as a coach, and like, trying to motivate the players and be like, hey guys, yes, we've won the league. There's 10 games to go. We've won the league, yes, but let's set out records out there that people are still going to talk about it 20 years to come. You know what I mean? And also like to motivate them, because also going into the Champions League with that mentality, you can end up losing. But I can see they've picked up again.
Yeah. And also, I think winning the league early, it also helps them, because you don't have to worry much about your domestic fixtures. You have to focus more onto Champions League.
It can be an either break it or make it, like I said.
Yeah, no, I think so. It can go either way.
Yeah.
Because they also lost Nedbank again.
Exactly. They're out of Nedbank. But they wanted to win that. They were shocked. Obviously, like they thought it was going to be, I mean, this is football. Anything can happen. So now the only trophy now that they have to work for, that's CAF.
Because if they don't win CAF,
that means it's only the league.
So here's my question. Is Rulani benefiting from the work Pito, or is it Spansai?
Apparently, but that guy I've never worked with him, but he invests a lot in the game. Like he studies a lot. He does a lot of researches for a young man. Apparently the work that he puts in as a coach, it reflects on the players out there. So for a young man that has never, I don't know if he's played football, like street football or whatever, that has never played professional football. Mourinho has done it. Now you've got our own Rulani doing it. I think it changes the whole how we look at the game. You know, we see a lot of youngsters now taking over in the PSL. You've got Arthur, as much as a lot of people, but whatever. But you give him a chance. Because now obviously, we all know it's not easy to coach these big teams. Now we're putting young minds out there, but it's up to them if they want to enhance whatever they know in the game. As much as Arthur played football before, it's all about now he's a coach now. Now he has to sit on the other side and understanding the mental side of the game, because football goes hand in hand with how players think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the mental side of the game, he has to understand that in terms of how to influence the players. He has to be a motivator. He has to understand all this formation that they come up with. You know what I mean? It's all about the physical side as well. The science part of the game has to come in as well. He has to understand that. So people thinking that coaching is just going there and putting a 3-5-2 formation and players are going to go out there. No,
they think it's FIFA.
It's a whole thing that goes together. You're working with the doctors, the nutritionists. You're working with the psychologists as well.
The players' mentality, because you must speak to them.
You know what I mean? It's Babang families, they've got family problems. But they have to come in here and still make the fans happy. All those things, you know what I mean? So it's all those things. As a coach, you get a player that you really like, but this boy doesn't like to sleep. You know what I mean? Now you have to make that decision. I know this boy, but so those are the decisions as a coach you have to do. So being a coach, guys,
it takes a lot.
Takes a lot. But I'm just happy that I'm seeing a lot of former players, a lot of young minds coming into the game. This is what a lot of fans were asking for. Now they get it, but complain again.
And I think as well, to say that Rulani is benefiting from Peter's success, I think it's a bit unfair. I mean, Peter has been gone for a longest time, and we've seen in the past that you can get a good squad and not win anything with that squad.
From Peter's 2016 team, it was 2016. Yes. How many Champions League winning players are still in the current Sundowns squad?
There's few of them. Zwane being one of them.
Zwane, Onyango.
Well, there's rumors on the street. They saying that people were saying this guy is winning, like Rulani is winning the league with like, Pito's work. Anyway, like Pito left all these solid players out there. That's why it's so easy for him to win the league. That's not his work, right? So they're saying a lot of players that Pito came up with, Coach Rulani is letting go. To show that, he doesn't need these players. Like, he can win the league without the players that Coach Pito left behind.
Yeah.
This is word in the street.
Some of them are in Mataki.
Words in the street, yes. Don't
word in the street.
Don't
We don't
quote
know.
JD on this.
Yeah, no, I'm not. This is not me. This is word in the street. You know what I mean? So,
word in the
we
street.
don't know how true that is.
That kick and a move.
Ish, I know that's sad. Now,
That kick.
now-
I mean, that's a player that was there for how many years? I think 10
So-
years. 10 plus. The way he left,
plus
you
years.
know.
so I've got that's personally for me that really hurts me.
Yeah.
And I see players that have done so well for teams.
Yeah.
And the teams are so easily letting them go.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean?
Happy.
Happy Jele, and we don't know the
Andile.
reasons. Andile Jali now is not
yeah.
playing at Sundowns. We don't know
What's
what it
going
is,
on,
and then we saw Kekana leaving.
Yeah.
A lot of other you saw Simpiwe Chabalala as well when he went overseas. Came back. I thought he was gonna go back to Chiefs. It never happened.
Also.
Like just. But what I'm saying is, you've got so many players that have sacrificed for teams. Yeah.
If we are being honest.
It's a lot. It's a
No, but what
lot,
I'm saying,
guys.
if you stay in a team for 10 plus years,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you're a legend for that team.
When are we ever gonna get a situation when a player, we know that we're not gonna play forever, right? You got a player that has done so well, and you say as a coach, I'm gonna give you your last 12 months. This is your last season. Like it's a contract, whatever. And be like, okay, we're not gonna use you anymore. This and that. We're gonna give you your last 12 months, and then do you wanna retire in the team or not? Do you know what I mean? Type of thing. And we agree on that. And we play my last game. Everybody knows that this is my last game.
Exactly. There's a celebration.
It's a
whatnot,
celebration and whatever.
And
You get
yes.
honored, and you stay in the team and still give back to the players.
We're still waiting for Tsiki Tsiki's game anyway.
Yeah, you know that. So for me, I feel like we quickly forget what most of our legends have done for the game. And we don't honor our players while they're still alive. We don't give them the flowers while they're still out there. But when they're 6 feet now, we come out and tell them how special they were. And, that mentality's got to change for me.
Bona Nto, Dane went back to PE because he's from PE, I get.
Yeah.
Went and he was coaching the MDC Yanto, Chipa United. He was given the coaching gig, and then Mpengesi's like out.
Yeah, you were very happy with that move. I remember we had a chat when he started.
Yes, when I start, because that's the transition that Jay is talking
Transition
about.
that you got to do.
Former players being involved in the
Yeah,
game.
because that's what.
Bona Nto, can I give Swallows.
Nyatama.
Musa Nyatama, yes.
Yeah.
He was a Swallows player. After he left.
Musa, where did he play? Like, okay, where is he originally from? Did he play for Swallows or?
No, he played for Pirates.
So see, I'm gonna come into that. So finish what you
So he
what you
played
wanted
for
to say.
Pirates,
Yeah.
and then I think Pirates let him go. He went to, where did he go before he went to Swallows? There's a team that he went to before he went to
Yeah,
Swallows,
yeah,
I think.
yeah.
And then he played for Swallows, and then when they got rid of
Was it Highlands Park?
Highlands Park, yes, you're right. When they got rid of Dylan Kerr, then they put him as the
and his assistant,
caretaker coach, what, yeah.
He's still there right now.
He's still there
now.
He's still there. And he's doing
Nibbling
well.
Chiefs right now.
Yeah.
He's nibbling Chiefs now.
Let's check the score.
Let's see.
What's the score, there? What's the score? Hey, Chiefs low number 50. Hey, come on.
2-1
It's
to
still,
Swallows
it's still 2-1.
Yeah,
know, it's how many minutes to go?
72nd minute, yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is you have like a player like Tsovi Lagaza. Now I see Togo is with the DDC.
And he's doing well, actually.
Doing well. Do you know what I mean? This is the boy that grew up like who's the coach that was coaching them? That the guy from the South America.
Augusto
Palacios.
You know what I mean? And you can see the emotions when he joined the team.
Yeah.
You can see he understands the culture of football,
club.
Pirates, and the players that Pirates needs. And now the DDC team is like crazy.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of players. When he got there, he said, you know what? There's a lot of players that I'm gonna let go. There's a lot of players I'm gonna bring in. You know what I mean? And now you can see within a season him being part of that. You can see what DDC is doing. And those players are gonna end up in the first team. So I would like to see that happening everywhere. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of us, but we need to see like 10% of those players giving back.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
whatever that we've done in the game, we can give back to these young ones.
Yeah.
And we understand, obviously, like in the mentality of certain teams that we played for.
Yeah.
What happened to Tsovila, guys? What happened to? There's a lot that I can talk about.
We can run a
You know what I
book.
mean? So the mentality has to change, guys. You know what I mean? And hence South Africa struggles so much because with no disrespect to the coaches some of the coaches that have been selected, but some of the coaches I don't think they deserve to be wherever they are.
Yeah.
National team wise, you know, like you know, I might get into trouble with
Hey,
this,
that man
you know?
ne?
Yeah.
Hugo Bruce.
Hugo Bruce.
Yeah. But he knows what he's doing.
But a lot of times
He's
he's talking about
talking the
things
truth.
that we are saying in corridors.
Like,
but
Raditaba, yeah.
Ratabo Bua outside there. South Africa,
when we played against France, France made us look like they were playing against the under 12s, right?
Yo, that 5-0. Yo.
But he was trying to show you guys, Jorge,
how behind we are.
We're not there yet.
We are way behind.
And everybody says, but yeah, look, this guy, how can I criticize his own players, this and that? But he was like, no, I wanted. There was a few friendlies before that, and we were preparing for what? For AFCON, right?
Yeah, for the qualifier. I think it was the
No, it was
qualifiers.
World Cup qualifier.
World Cup,
Yeah, World Cup qualifier, yeah.
Yes.
So, but he wanted us to, because we hardly play friendlies, but most of the countries they play a lot of friendlies.
Especially European
I think
countries.
I think that was the one high-profile friendly that we played in the longest
In the
time.
longest time, yeah. And then
Yeah.
he said to us, "No, I knew that we were not going to win this game, but I just wanted to show us how far we are. We talk so much as if we know something, but I wanted us to build from that." You know what I mean? But people didn't understand it. But as a nation, we always like, you know, we don't want to listen.
Yeah.
But go to corridors, like, what? Hey, he comes out and tell it as it is. You know what I mean? He says, and I could be saying it now, but I know I'm gonna get into trouble.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I'm scared.
But also, why do you get into trouble for saying the truth?
Yeah, but that's how
That's how
nation.
it works. You
That's
know how it
works.
goes,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? But the
Yeah.
guy now, I love him because when you look at it, the guys, most of the players that are playing in the national team now, is not the players that. And now, if I was a coach, I could have given a chance. I could have gone for Land because I know Land. He's played for Pirates for so long.
Yeah.
I know Land. But I would like.
Super sub.
Super Sub. Nobody knows Super Sub. I would never give Super Sub a chance. Because nobody knows him. Kitola Land because I'm comfortable with Land. What Hugo came through, Super Sub but when you look at it, you can see he's trying to build something.
You know, the interesting thing about him ne, is I get people on his case like, hey, hey, Tambazwani must be in the national team. And
Got a lot of flack for that.
yes, so initially he said, oh no, I'm not going to play him because he's old, because I'm trying to build for the World Cup. Ne? Sharp. And then he came back and said, oh no, you know, I made a mistake.
Made a mistake, yeah.
Yes.
Admit it. admit it. Yeah, admit it.
He's like,
Takes a big man to do that.
Yeah, to do that.
He's like, only a fool will not change his mind.
Because what
admitted-
happened, Zwane kept on saying, hey, dude.
I'm knocking.
Yeah, I'm here. You know, he never, Temba, what I like about it, Temba never came out and said, this count I'm paying. Kept on doing his work.
Yeah.
And the coach, what did he do? Gave him a chance. And what did Temba do?
Delivered.
Did it
Ball.
deliver? That's what you do as a
Yeah.
footballer.
Yeah.
As a footballer, you know, you don't go out there on socials and like, you know, try and in a chip chat about
Fully.
a whole. No. You do your talking on
the field, yeah.
and we know what Temba can do. You know, so people have to understand that, you know, you have a coach that is trying to change the mentality that we have in South Africa.
Yeah.
It's going to take us a long time.
Yeah.
If we want to win trophies, if we want to see under 17 lose it against Morocco, it's 20 for Morocco.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So we want to see more teams like under 19 qualify for, like, you know, AFCON,
World
under
Cups,
21, you know, World Cups. Then we know there's going to be more players being produced for Bafana Bafana.
The funny thing about it is when you mentioned the under 17 losing against Morocco, or the AFCON, the under 17s, the coach, before they left, was like, okay, cool. Our aim is just to go there and experience.
Oh, come on, bro.
He never said anything about winning.
So how like you need to instill that winning mentality in the boys.
Why competition? Like competition just to fill up the numbers. You can't do
You
that.
can't say like I've got a problem with that. You have to go into a competition to win it.
I play indoor every Thursday. I don't want to lose.
Exactly.
I play indoor every day. I don't want to lose.
That's
I
why I
want to
don't
win.
come play with you guys.
You know.
Yes.
So the thing is,
you must see this one.
yeah, I don't want to lose. Even if like I've long past like play my like my professional like football games, but till today I don't like losing.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to go out and compete for nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
The mentality starts from. I mean, these boys internationally. They started 5 years. The mentality started 5 years. You let them play and whatever. They 10, 7, 8. Now you want them to win.
Yeah.
You want to build in that killer instinct from a young age.
So at 17, if you accept losing, it's like I'm just
it's
going
okay.
there.
No, it doesn't
No,
work
no,
like
no.
that. No, we
They
want
must go
winners.
there and play their hearts out. You know?
South Africa's a winning nation. I love winning. I love winning, and I think everybody else love winning.
Yeah.
That's why we support the game. I mean, if we were just a nation that just want to go out there for fun.
But that's why we still watch Bafana Bafana and hope they win. You know what I mean?
So do we need a rugby mentality in football?
So now you
this is another discussion by itself. Because now we're talking structures now.
Oh, yeah. Now when you look at rugby is crazy because you've got Kolisi, ne?
Hey, see ya.
You've got 4 Kolisis that are lined up for him. So when Kolisi Atwa, there's 4 that they can choose.
There's continuation.
It's continuation of certain positions.
Progression.
Yeah. So what happens is that there's 10 right wingers waiting to take Josta's place. So we're still far from that. We don't have like a player that's 4 Zwanis that are sitting out there. When Zwan is out, you can put another Zwan out there, or Kekana out there, or Kune out there. You know what I mean? So that's where rugby, cricket are beating us. You know what I mean? So the continuation of whatever that they're doing is out there.
Yeah. Their model is just different from us.
What do you mean us? We are. It's when you say us, what do you mean?
Do you know?
Soccer.
Do you know what I realized when you look at Jomo Cosmos back in the days? You had that they Coach Jomo used to go all over the place to unearth this talent.
Players, yeah.
He unearthed so many talents.
You know what I mean?
Wabona Braje Linto le kana ke mang Bloom Celtic man
Malimela.
Ntate
Ntate
Moleko,
Moleko, yeah.
yes,
Yeah, Moleko.
they literally went
Yeah.
to all corners of
Do you know
the
what I mean?
country
So
to look for players.
If we're not willing to do that, we've got Sundowns scouts that go to South America. to
They
get
probably
players.
at the under 17 also.
South America,
Now.
yes,
Yeah.
South America, right? But we can't even go to Venda. We
That's
can't even
it.
go to Palabora.
Venda.
We can't really- But
Yeah, you've
you'll find,
nailed it.
So that's what used to. That's where we failed. I think our scouting system is really bad. But also, when you scout that player, what happens? In America, they scout a boy that's in primary, and then they put that boy into school. They know that they might spend 10 million, but they know they're going to make 200 million out of that boy. They take him through school because he's a star, right? In South Africa, you've got Josta decide to be a coach, and Kitola Len, who's 17-year-old, it's about all of one, blind, right? And I come in now as Josta as an ex-player. Yeah, so it's about because it's better than the rest.
True.
Make him feel like a star from a young age, knowing that he's got something special than the rest. Take him to school, teach him life lessons. Obviously, take him away from alcohol, partying, and all this type of things. Build him, build a machine, knowing that in 10 years this machine is going to come out. It's going to be unleashed to Kaizer Chiefs or Pirates or whatever. That's where we lack.
Kind of what
And also, just to add on what Josta was saying, the other problem that we have, we don't give youngsters
a chance.
Like
You're
they
only a youngster when you're 28.
21, 22, that's when they're starting to play.
No,
if you're
no.
lucky,
At
you know.
25.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, you know.
That's why we.
Ntwana wa Sundowns. Ukana, what's his name? I think he's like 17. Oh,
The one who just came out. Oh, no, there's a sapuka.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's what? He's 18 or
18,
something.
yeah. We need to see more like that.
But here's the interesting thing.
Yeah.
Barcelona actually gave a 15-year-old his debut.
That's the difference between them and us.
Yes, because they're willing to do that. Because Kenya, when you look at Ronaldo, the real Ronaldo, not the one who Manchester or who Brazil,
Yeah. Why do you say the real Ronaldo? Hey, I've got a problem with that.
Okay, kidin chaka fela mara na 9 ile dwana na 9 I can't compare those.
Cristiano does not compare to.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Na 9 ile dwana you know.
Yeah,
That guy we World Cup too.
2002.
Thank you. Aya go eng. We let say 2 asadlala dutse mo benching.
No, 2002
Is the
he
one
played.
yes, man.
Yes. No. France, he was on the bench.
Okay.
In 98. And then 2002, he played. He actually scored the 2 goals in the final against Germany.
So that's what I'm trying to say to you. Like, so if we can start building as the government, I mean, I see like now there's the Wednesday League is back now. Good girl.
Okay, that's good.
But
is it structured?
Nah. We
that's what we were saying. I was saying.
Yeah, that's bad. So it's not structured sharp, but that's where now you need the minds that are right. Like as an institution, or maybe as the government, you put in SAFA, you put in ex-players and whatever. Okay, this is what we want to do. The person that has done it before will say, no, this won't work. Do it like this. You understand?
Yeah.
So I think hence ex-players are needed in certain decision makings. It will help in terms of like, you know, building what we're trying to build.
Maragri.
I don't know,
Yeah.
with no disrespect, like, you know, it's part of like, you know, a certain probably a party. Whatever, like let's say you're not this Wednesday league, right? But hard to be the dynamics of what I've been through.
And
you
also, businesses need to invest in football as well, because I think there's another dynamic.
So here's the thing: you don't. No. You don't need to invest in anything that is not going to be ROI.
Yeah.
There has to be a return in investment.
No, for sure, but there's also need to be a willing for business to invest.
Okay.
You know,
No,
I
but
don't
you,
think
you invest in a product that works.
But look at it this way: if you see rugby, school rugby playing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Because
BMW.
But there is a return
What
on
comes first?
investment.
Chicken or egg, Glenn? What comes first?
Why
Chicken or egg?
it
Depends who cracks.
No, but why can't we get that kokasi?
Yeah,
That's actually BMW sponsoring a tournament kokasi.
that's what I'm saying.
Spain.
How many BMWs are there in Kokasi that
Exactly.
people are
But
buying?
you don't see that.
That's a
You don't
story.
see it.
That's a
I'm
story
saying
for
to
another.
you that business needs to invest in soccer as much as they invest in rugby in this country.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all I'm
no,
saying
no,
to
we-
you.
we-
Like,
Okay,
we-
Sheba.
we're still far from there.
Sheba,
Like,
ne?
yeah.
Supatela High School ne,
yeah,
does not have Toyota sponsoring them.
Thank you.
But Grey College
Yeah.
is actually sponsored by BMW.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
But-
what.
But what?
That needs to change, dog. That
We've
needs to
opened a
change.
can of worms.
But
Let's
park
park it.
because now we are going
Yeah, let's park it. We'll talk about it.
Yes,
some
'cause-
other day.
Yes, because I was also going to go to the extent. Yeah, okay, cool, sharp. Women's football in this country is not being supported by business. Like
Exactly. Tell them about support again, no? Is it Telkom or what is it? Telkom?
Cortex.
But it's
See,
again, yeah.
Women aligned products do not
It's
support women's
Sasol,
football.
right?
Yes,
Sasol,
Sasol has
yes,
been
Sasol,
the
yes.
pioneer
Sasol
of
is doing that.
sponsoring women
Yeah,
football
yeah.
in this country.
And they do it so well.
Hollywood Bets.
Yeah.
It's Sasol Hollywood
Yeah.
Bets.
And they're doing so well, bro.
Yeah.
Qualifying for 2 World Cups.
They're doing so well. And geez, I've watched them.
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah.
nice to watch them.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's a story for another day. That we will have to chop up. Like,
Do
Yeah,
we hear that?
we
do
need a whole
hear-
full
is it-
episode on that.
I heard about, like, I don't know if that's true, Hore, go World Cup, Nabalo Tola the same prize money. Swana la machita. World Cup Abuchiri.
they're supposed to. Oh, no.
I heard
Oh,
somebody
you
saying
mean
that.
from FIFA?
From
Yes.
FIFA, yes. From
yes,
FIFA,
yes,
yeah.
from FIFA,
So
yes.
that's dope. You know what I mean? There's a bit of changes.
Mar, is Safa
Then
gonna
there-
give? Is Safa gonna give them the money they?
Did they give them the last money? Yeah? whoa. I think like the last time, like they never got the money. Like they were promised a certain
amount?
Yeah.
And it's
See, that's where we don't know. Did they get the money that they were promised last time? But
And again, it comes back to, do we have ex-footballers running our football? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
what position did Daniel Dunn play?
No, it doesn't matter. He didn't play
I
football.
thought
We know Neil is there. I think Neil is still there. But what I'm trying to say is, if you've been in the trenches and you understand the importance of getting what you've been promised, you're not gonna go out there and not deliver. You know what I'm saying?
but those girls they deliver, dog.
I'd
You
actually
gotta-
get.
I'm talking about if you are in charge.
Oh
now.
yeah.
I'd actually get I'd actually get Musiwa Lekota to actually be the president of SAFA.
Musiwa
Who's that? Who's that?
Yes.
Who's that dog? Like who? Musiwa Lekota.
He's not gonna cope.
No, he used to play. He was actually a very deadly striker in prison.
Serious? Eh? Where?
Robben Island.
Dladla le maphara.
Whoa. Why you say he was playing what in prison?
Yeah, unadlala akiri unatshwere le bo Mandela. But on Robben Island take off.
Jaka, what's that?
The next thing you're gonna say,
No,
this guy.
how many boxing matches Mandela win?
This guy.
no, he helped.
Akiri was also a boxer.
He actually helped set up a thingy, a prison league, like with teams and stuff.
Hey, man.
Okay,
So-
why not take? Why not take? Are batle motho re mtseba mo.
Lucas Gate.
Lucas Gate. Remera. Why don't you talk about that?
Does he wanna?
Well, we don't know, man.
We don't know. There's a whole lot of
I'm just
players
saying.
out there.
Like you got Kimambo, Dr. Kumalo, they were there, right? You got
Yeah.
Bo Lucas.
See, they were there.
Who's another senior player? You got the goalkeeper, Bo Andre Arense.
Steve
got those
Compella.
players?
Steve Compella.
Steve Compella.
You know?
Compella is coached like Bafana Bafana, though, like he's. But I'm saying just put them more decisions that are being made, more gaming or development or
We
stuff. on it.
don't have
Put
enough
people that have
ex-players
been there.
in
That's
the
what I'm
SAFA
saying.
structure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we don't have enough ex-players in the SAFA structure. That's the reality of it.
Fair point.
Yeah.
But if you look at it around the world, ne, with FAs, you actually don't have a lot of former players who are running FAs.
FIFA,
No, for sure.
FIFA, really. Like,
FIFA,
No, we've seen,
that's
I mean, that's
FIFA.
that's
FIFA,
something else.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I mean, if you've got at least few players within the structures, it helps.
But when you look at how
We've mentioned a couple, you know. We mentioned Steve Compella. I think he's
Steve has got a job. You think he's going to relinquish Sundowns money for working
SAFA.
at SAFA?
hey, man,
SAFA.
you never know.
that's big money, man. That's a G-Wagon money,
That
right
Lamborghini needs to be. Anyway,
that thing has been paid off a long time ago.
Oh,
man. It's
that's
been
also
pushing.
true. That's also
yeah,
true. That's also
I
true.
mean, he's
That's
been
also
owning
true.
that thing forever.
That's also
you
true.
know what I
That's
mean?
also
So
true.
that's old money right there.
Yeah,
So-
look, bottom line is we've got structural issues in South African football.
Yeah.
That needs to be addressed, you know. At some point, you know, I mean, the stakeholders who are fans needs to come up and say, hey, enough is enough. You know, we can't have players
know,
like Banyana
let me-
going to
let
play
me-
and not get paid.
No,
Yeah.
stakeholders don't give a damn.
You know?
Let me tell you this, ne? If you are okay with being at home from 6 until 10 o'clock without electricity, trust me, you don't give a damn about what happens at SAFA.
Yeah, look, I think
Mara
are
to
two
sungela
different-
ma, mara you know how ka kena o rwalwana to singela out too fast. You can't. There's certain things that already, as much as you wanna go out and help and talk about, there's certain things that we want to talk about, like on this podcast and whatever, but you have to be careful what you say, because at the end of the day, minyako ya kwala. That's the truth. You know what I mean?
And that's it's not supposed to be like that, you
But
know.
it is like that. You
Yeah.
know? But you would love to see Cheritsem Fetudi gona thola salary tse sharp. Ba gola sharp. Ba-
Buy matlo for their families, you know.
Like, ke batla mona tsamaya ka Lamborghini on the highway.
That's what we
Yeah,
want.
if
you know.
you haven't- if
Pusha
you haven't
Modise did
seen-
not have to struggle. She's the top goal scorer for Bafana
Apparently, like,
Bafana.
you know, she's like
Sponsors
Bafana
should be
Bafana,
lining up
not
for her.
only Africa, like le more FIFA more honorary at one point, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Portia, right?
I think she's scored more than 100 goals.
Goals, yeah,
Not-
more than
not-
100
there's no
something
Bafana
goals,
Bafana
yeah.
player who's done over 100
That's
goals.
what I'm saying.
But is she part of?
Should be lining
is
up
she
for
part
her.
of the system? Yeah, Ntwena Banyana.
Nope.
No,
Aha,
you know.
aha. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, this is where we shot on it. You can't have somebody who's done so well, and then suddenly you single out. How many assistant or just to be part of Banyana. Mutolo wa sokola le salary. I don't know how she lives and whatever.
Okay.
Maybe another new way. I lorry.
Could it be her fault? Let me ask. I'm just going to flip it, ne?
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of former Banyana players that Desiree is a coach.
Yeah.
Dladla Simpiwe is a coach.
Oh, yes.
Dunga is a coach.
Yeah.
Is Matlo? She's still a player, ne? Matlo.
Yeah, she's
still a player, yeah.
She's still playing, yeah.
Okay.
In Spain, I think.
Yeah.
Spain or Italy, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So with Portia, is it her fault?
I think Portia, we all know her Portia Wabuel, you know, and she comes out there and calls it as it is. And like, you know, I think sometimes when she come out that hard and she offends a lot of people, And like we said, in South Africa, you got to
Once you offend people, doors closed in your face.
And I guess Portia, when she comes out, that she comes out hard.
I think Marco is signaling time.
Yeah, what?
Are we?
An hour and 5 minutes.
An hour and 5 minutes.
Jeez, that went fast, eh? Jay, are you going to have to come back, boy?
Yeah. So like, yeah, we're just talking about Portia, dog. Like, so yeah, I've met a beautiful lady. Like, you know, she's worked hard.
No, she's cool. She's cool.
But
She's
hard.
lovely.
Mara, she's like, she will talk. She will say.
She takes no prisoners. You can tell.
You know, so, and obviously I think probably there's a lot of people that are not happy with some statements that she might have made and whatever. But for me, for the game to go forward, like I said, we need people like Portia. We need people that have been in the game. Yes, there are people
Boluka,
back on a
Moleko.
computer, and I might not understand the computer, but if you ask me about something that you're trying to implement, what this king, I will tell you that's going to work or not.
Exactly.
Work. So if you put somebody that knows the business and put somebody that has done it, and you put them together, they can make magic.
Yeah.
We got to learn to do that, I think, as a nation, if we want to achieve things as a nation. You know, but if we singing out people, I don't see this nation going anywhere.
Yeah, not true.
So lesson learned, ne? Don't speak too much.
yeah, no, just
Falala. Close.
Mind your own
close
business,
the
dog.
mouth.
Like, it's
close
what
the
it
mouth.
is, yeah.
But anyway, guys, thank you very much. It's been this was a lesson podcast today. Eh?
Yeah, no, it was very nice. Just has to come back. But before we go, we need to do our predictions for CAF, Champions League, and for Confederation Cup.
So Weda to win CAF.
What?
Whether to win
whoa.
Wow.
Wow, this guy. Did you just say that?
Okay.
Okay. So
Wait,
score for this one? Against
the
Sundowns?
semis.
No. Weda is gonna beat Sundowns home and away. Yes.
Okay.
Yo.
And
okay.
they're gonna play in the final against Al Ahly.
Okay.
They're gonna win the final.
So Sundowns is not going through to the final.
No.
Okay.
They're gonna finish.
You
in the
had
thing.
that. You had that.
Yeah.
You had that.
Premier League. I still think Arsenal is in with a chance. I still think they're going to win the league.
I was not interested in Premier League.
Okay, sharp. PSL. Okay, cool. Sundowns have won it.
I said
Top
CAF
four.
Champions League and CAF Confederation.
Yeah, this
Cup.
guy. Okay,
Gallant is
do you want to talk about Arsenal?
Gallant is gonna go to the
This guy
final.
wants to talk about
Okay.
Arsenal, though.
Gallant is gonna go to the final.
Okay, not a problem. I think Gallas is going to go to the final.
That'll be.
But that young African,
that'll be dope.
they've
that'll
been
be
there.
dope.
I mean, the best they've achieved, I think, was top 8 in CAF Confederation.
Who's that?
The young African team.
The one that
play-
they're gonna play.
The one they're gonna play with.
Like
Yeah.
it's- yeah.
So I think Gallants. I want them to go to the final.
No, they are gonna go to the final.
Did they
Yeah.
pay? Did they release those guys? Ba
Oh no, they came
500,000?
back. Yeah, they came back.
So Gallant's got money. So never saw to.
Maybe
They were pretending.
Maybe what Totsi low. No, I don't see.
But they bought the kit away. Did you see that, Jay?
Yes, it.
They did, at some point, there was a story that their bags got mixed up or something. They had to buy a kit sometime.
No, it
I
happens.
think it was in the
It
quarters.
happened.
Oh,
It
I think it
happens.
was in the last 16.
Kila Ravaya Spain, Nerfitla Spain, ka national team back in the days. Fitla ba shapa kit squad ka fail.
Yo.
Yeah, no, it happens. I mean, these things at some airport,
Yeah.
Josie, whatever. It
Yeah.
happens like overseas, but we the whole kit.
Yeah.
So I travel like now as football players. Now I used to carry my own food, like the tight sack, I'm packing, backpacking yaka, the cocks, backpacking yaka. So that if the other bag
Doesn't
in
arrive,
your
it's still
mala,
at least sorted.
I've got something. Yeah, it happens.
Because you can't exactly buy new boots. Ulo reka di coxe fanda ho dlala ka tsona ka osane. No.
I tell you, not anybody import.
Eish.
Levels, Mfundi.
Yeah, so they want to take time, dog. You know, so it didn't take chances.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
saying we've got Sundowns and Al Ahly final. That's what I'm hoping for. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Sana.
Hope is not a strategy.
Chief, I'm giving you my prediction.
Because
here.
Alibati Sundowns.
Yeah, because I love this Sundowns.
Sundowns.
Oh, fanda ko mpitsa le khosi. No, the other day I was wearing a Pirates jersey and then I rekile bagani.
No, but I know you've got more Orlando Pirates jerseys than you have for Kaizer Chiefs.
No, actually I've got eight.
No. Come to think about it, yeah.
Don't lie to the people out there.
Okay.
Pagania.
Next week you look in your Sundowns.
know you've got-
Never. Does he have one?
Yes,
Never.
I do.
Oh, Puma
Do you?
games. Oh, I just
Yeah, no, it's fine. You can mention them. I love Puma. Puma are good peeps, man.
Yeah, they must send you more.
Yeah. Even Man City if they win the league.
Yeah.
So after Man
This guy
City wins the league.
says, Arsenal.
Eh?
How Arsenal?
No, I get it. If Man City wins the league, then Puma's gonna give us Man City jerseys to wear on the podcast, and then
So
celebrate Man
I
City
take
winning the
those.
league.
So Tana, you've given up. You've given
No,
up
no.
to.
I'm saying if. I said if, not when.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Now it would be nice. I would love to see Arsenal win in this league. I don't know how possible that is, but anything can happen.
We've seen even when Manchester City are not playing well, they will get results. We saw. We saw against Fulham.
Yeah.
It was not one
So,
of the best games.
Sundowns,
But
Sundowns
they're
for
just
me.
efficient. You know? They'll
No,
get the
those guys
results. You know?
clinical,
So,
So for me, Sundowns,
Al Ahly.
Bafana, and Al Ahly. Yeah, that's gonna be a dope one. You know that
It's
the
gonna be a
rivalry
dope one.
between the two teams is
and
is
we're
crazy.
going. If ever that happens, we're going for the first leg final.
And I'll be waiting for the invite, bro. Like that's it. Everything paid off.
Yeah. Bratopi, make the things happen there.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Bratopi will sort us out.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you very much. It's been a good one.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the whistle?
You the ref
And I
now.
said it's 3.
Offside. We out of here.
That's full time. See you on the flip side. This has been Offside ZA. We'll see you on the next one.
Yes, sir.